Hi everyone, Scott from ColourSpace here, back with another episode of Take 5 with Art, where we give you that permission to disconnect for a moment from that hustle and bustle, give yourself a bit of that mental break and look at a beautiful piece of artwork. Pens down, keyboards aside, you know the drill, and let's take 5 with art. So the piece we're looking at today is Gigi by Vanessa Vanderhaven. Vanessa was originally from Sydney, but is now Melbourne based. And she actually comes from a fashion school, following in the footsteps of her mum, who is also a fashion designer. It was in this course that she actually took on an illustration subject, and that's where she realized she had a real knack for illustration. Gigi is a graphite on paper piece, and this is considered not only a portrait but also a closed composition, which means that the subject matter is within the frame of the artwork itself. The high level of technical skill involved in a piece like this is shown in the texture of the piece. The skin looks like skin, the nose looks like a nose, the fingernails look like fingernails, and the shadows look hyper-realistic. Vanessa has achieved this through a process called tonal rendering, or in more layman's terms, shading. Technically, one of the most interesting pieces with this artwork is in the white space surrounding the face. Vanessa's choice of leaving all this sort of blank canvas around a highly detailed face gives this artwork a handmade quality that you can say, yes, it is an illustration. Ironically, or in contrast, if the entire piece was filled in with detail, it may have been a lot easier to dismiss this piece as just a photograph. As with all art appreciation, we're going to follow our 3 steps for looking at a piece of artwork. 1, straight up, do we like it? 2, if not, are there any aspects that we like? And 3, if we really don't like it at all, did the artist intend for us to feel that way? So let's apply that to Vanessa's piece here. So for me, straight up, portraiture is a style of art that I don't normally gravitate towards. However, I do like this piece. And the reason is in that design choice that Vanessa has made to focus exquisite amounts of details in the face, leaving everything else blank, and it really forces the focus of your attention into that face. You know, straight away you might think, wow, is that a photograph that just blanked the rest of it out? Or, in this case, is it something that she drew herself? Besides the amazing detail that Vanessa has put into this piece, you know the other thing that this reminds me of? This reminds me of my days as a management consultant when I used to have to produce, highly detailed reports and dashboards and all that sort of stuff. And one of the tricks that I used to love doing was, if there was a major decision or major focal point that I wanted my clients or my bosses to focus on, I'd actually employ a trick not dissimilar to this. I would put a graph or a question in the middle of a page and have everything else either just blank or in a monotone color, and it really focuses their attention onto just that one item. So I'd love to know what you think. Is that the same message that you took away from looking at Vanessa's piece here? Or have you also applied that little trick of focusing attention by putting high detail contrasted against low detail in whatever line of work that you're in? If so, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, that's time. I hope you enjoyed looking at Gigi with me by the very talented Vanessa Vanderhaven. Now, get back to work.